Well, we're going to try this again.
Hi, Ashley. Hi, Austin. Hi, Liam.
Hey, everybody. Uh, we are on the Caribbean Princess and we are leaving San Juan, Puerto Rico, just like the title said. And there it is. We were at that dock right there with the building on it. So we walked up through town. You can see straight ahead there, maybe. That's the castle of, what are you doing?
See if my finger would get it.
No. Uh, Christopher Columbus, as we call him. Um, we hiked up through there, walked up through there, and then we walked out all the way to El Moro. Hey, there's beaches. We walked right by this area because there is the Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard, right? This is saying I can't zoom. Oh, there it goes. So anyway, nice city. It was hot and humid, of course. Oh, I don't think we could get to that beach because I think this whole facility, this whole area is Coast Guard. I don't know. We didn't go to the beach. There's another beach right there. We went out to this. This is called Castillo de El Moro or something. El Moro Castle. El Moro Fortress, people call it. It protected them against invaders. And I guess it did a pretty good job of it. Uh, hey, look, there's a Coast Guard sign on the beach there. See that? Anyway, our next stop is Grand Turk, and that's tomorrow morning. So cool. Would you like to see the front of the ship? Let's go up there. So on this class of princess ship, and on several princess ships, you can walk all the way around the outside on Promenade Deck 7, like we're doing. You just have to be careful of bumps. I stumbled there. The only issue is, not the bumps, to get to the front of the ship, you have to go upstairs to deck 8. See the castle or fortress walls now? Yeah, we'll see them better from up here. Now, it's going to be windier, but you could be the king of the world if you come up here, if you know what I mean. Of course, we're on the Caribbean Princess, and I'm with Janet. There she is. And it's a little noisy up here. I'm wearing a microphone, hoping you can hear me. But they're standing at the front of the ship. See that? But I'm going to stop right here for a minute so we can see the fortress. Now you can walk along. There's a walkway all along the bottom of that wall.
See how the wall comes all the way from there?
I'm not pointing that way, but I could if you asked.
The wall is way down there, and you can see it running along the edge, and then it runs around the other side of the island.
Okay, now I think somebody said this is the governor's mansion. I don't know if that's accurate. Let me zoom back out because that's really shaky, isn't it? Pull this back in. So there's a walkway down there, all across the bottom. We walked across the grass there. There's actually a road or sidewalk, whatever you want to call it. We went all through there. We walked up. That thing sticking out on the top, that's a lighthouse, and it's being refurbished, and you can't go in it. But you could stick your head out the gun ports, and there's cannons up there. It's a pretty popular
Tunnels and stairways.
destination for people in San Juan. Something to do. There is a street right through in the middle there called Portazella, and they have the umbrellas hanging. But the police had it barricaded, and they wouldn't let us walk down the street, so we had to take pictures from afar. Now, does that look like a storm to you?
Definitely.
I'm not asking you. I wonder if we're going to walk
Wanna show
straight
them
through that. Janet took a picture of these umbrellas. She just needs to hold her phone for there. See that? Pretty cool, huh? But like I say, they had it barricaded and there were police all around. They would let you walk up to the barricade and then be on your merry way. Now there is a boat. It's a little boat. I'm going to try to zoom in on it. See it? And he is going to be right in our path. And he's not moving. So I imagine he will. Or maybe we'll make a hard right here and avoid him altogether. He's going to get our wake though, and he's not going to be happy. These are, buoys marking the channel. So there's the fort. And it's pretty dramatic with these clouds, huh? And it's a big fort. So Christopher Columbus came here in 1493 on his second voyage, I believe. Claimed it for Spain, of course, and I think the United States took it in the Spanish-American War. We pretty much took everything they had that was left, right? I mean, most countries that were ruled by Spain were already independent by then. I think. Not that big on history. I think also that we are going to miss the little boat. He's right there. And we're going to miss the rain. Of course, it sprinkled several times today, but it wasn't too bad. Oh, here's a special note. If you walk along that path, and you can kind of see it now, right? See, there's a sidewalk down there. There are hundreds of cats. And walking through town, several spots had several cats. There were a dozen just in one place between two houses. Most of them sleeping, but there was bowls of food and bowls of water out there for them. So they love their cats, I guess. Here comes a little boat, not the same one. But I remember when I walked down there, you can see some people down there now. See them? That's hard to watch when it's zoomed in. That's why I don't do it too often. And of course, there's the San Juan coast. Look at the pastel houses there, right? Since the ship is moving and turning, it's fighting with the gimbal, as they will. So there's El Morro. And like I say, that building up on top, that's a lighthouse. It looks kind of like a Russian Orthodox church, but it's a lighthouse. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Right up in there are some government buildings, museums. Up
The theater.
there. My finger's really big when this is.
The university.
If you come to San Juan to stay, you'll probably stay down where those high rises are. When we came to San Juan a few years ago and stayed, we stayed down there at the El San Juan Hotel, which is like a really old hotel. Now we appear to be turning to port, going left. So I'm not sure why. Oh, yes I am, because Grand Turk is northwest of where we are. Grand Turk is like the bottom island in the Bahamas, if you know what I mean. It's not part of the Bahamas, but It's at the bottom of the Bahamas. And so Grand Turk, Turks and Caicos, and the Bahamas, they're not in the Caribbean Sea. They're above it. You have to get below Cuba and Puerto Rico. In other words, we are not in the Caribbean Sea right now. It's on the other side of the island, right? We're just in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm sure it's got a name here, and I'm sure some people call it the Caribbean and would say I'm wrong. Let's go. But officially, the Caribbean Sea is south of here. So this box, the theater's right through there, is marks the center of the ship. So if I go out here and turn this around and aim it at me and Janet, or Janet and I'm the king of the world, right?
That's right.
Anyway, let's look back at that storm because I think the captain thinks it's funny if we go through that because he's now heading straight for it. It's pretty massive, right? I'm sure Janet took several photos of it, like I asked her. Anyway, that's the Caribbean Princess sailing out of San Juan. So I see hardly anybody watched. Nobody commented, right? So we're going to sign off now. We're going to come on in about, well, 7:15, 10:15 our time, 7:15 Pacific time. So that would be
Right
in about
around there.
5 hours from now. Around there, yeah. There's no set time because the cruise director may want to tell more jokes. All right. And if you get up and leave, then she'll poke fun at you. Anyway, the sun's getting ready to set. It's right up there. And we have things to do. So from the Caribbean Princess
This is Janet,
and Garrett.
and we'll see you in the next port. Bye.
Bye, Liam. Bye, Ashley. Bye, Austin. I know you didn't watch, but bye anyway.